Hey everyone, it's Dawn from New Dawn Coaching and Training. Today I want to take you through a 10-minute ab workout. Couple things to keep in mind. First of all, if you're a beginner, this is a little more intermediate, so be patient with yourself. If you can't do everything, it's absolutely fine. You'll get stronger, you'll build up to it. Secondly, if you're having an off day, well, be patient with yourself. Once again, do what you can. Anything hurts, if your back starts to bother you, just stop, take a little break, stretch for a moment. And then lastly, if you got some music that you really like, that you find energizes you, put it on. Why not? That music will energize you. You're gonna have a lot more fun. So what we're gonna do is start seated. I want you to move your feet out in front of you. You're on your heels. Let's just grab the backs of the thighs. I want you to round back, straightening the arms. Just let your back round out. And then sit up nice and tall. Chest is out, shoulder blades back. So you're gonna go back again. Notice my shoulders are not hunching up. And we're gonna bring you up nice and tall. When you're back there, I want you to keep your belly button drawn in. So we're gonna really work on scooping in the abs, and then we're gonna come back up. So what we're gonna do is let go. Come back just to where the hands are in line with your knees. We're gonna do little pulses. We're gonna go back and up, just back and up. Little teeny motions. Shoulders are down right now. So we're just gonna go back and up, and I'm really working on keeping that abdominal wall pulled in as I move right now. If it's too much, I'm gonna go up a little higher. If I need a little more challenge, I'm gonna go back a little bit further. But I wanna make sure my back is staying good here, that as I move, I'm training my abdominal muscles to stay pulled in. We got about 3 more. Here's 2, give me one more time. So after that, we're gonna sit up nice and tall, get those legs out nice and straight. Chest is out for a moment. Once again, we're gonna round back. I'm gonna take my arms up a little higher, and this time I'm gonna go a little slower. I'm gonna go back and hold, and up and hold. Notice I'm not sitting all the way up, coming up just a little bit, then I'm gonna go back again. Now let's make a little change. When we come up, get those arms out, bring them together. When you go back, hold a little bit longer. And we're gonna go up, push that chest out. We're gonna go back. So when we come up this time, we're gonna try to sit up a little bit taller, maybe all the way up, and then back in. So what I want you to do when you sit up this time is really draw the shoulder blades back and together, keep that chin up. Notice when we round, we don't drop the chin too low. So we're gonna do a couple more like that. We're gonna sit really tall, and we're gonna go back, and we're breathing throughout this. We're gonna do one more sitting very tall, and we're gonna round back. Now I'm gonna stay here for a moment, just do little turns. So I'm gonna turn one side and the other side. Little turns, we're turning our torso, we're keeping the hips still. Once again, you're back far enough that you're challenging those abs, but your back is feeling fine. I want to hold all this in as much as I can. So just twisting, starting to work on the sides of the abdomen, the oblique area. So going over and over. Still kind of keeping it easy. Not too much just yet. 4, 3, we got 2, we got one more time here. What you're going to do is just sit up for a moment, round forward. Notice we're bending from the hips, dropping our chest to our lap, making sure that low back comes forward. Next up, I want you to come back into your elbows. So notice we're keeping our chest out. We're not slumping here. We're staying up a little bit more. So legs are going to go out and in. Now this is another one. You'll choose how far you go. I think I'm feeling pretty good today, so I'm going to go out a little bit further. And I know I tend to repeat this one a lot, but when you move those legs out, I want your belly button to stay in. It's really important that you train your abs to stay where you want them to stay. And none of us want to train our abs to pooch out. Want to train them to stay in. Now we're going to do 2 more, make some changes. Do another one, out and in. So I'm going to send my legs out about 2/3 of the way. Hold that in little pedals, 1 and 2. So notice these are really little movements. Our legs are out there quite a bit. If it's getting to be too much, pull your legs in a little bit closer to you. And breathe. This one is so easy to hold your breath. We definitely don't want to do that. So little pedals, they're really small. Believe it or not, the smaller movements can actually be quite a bit more challenging. So we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now that one's done, so what I'm gonna do is sit up tall for a moment, and I'd like your feet to come off the floor. So you're gonna hold them here, let go. So we're gonna send the torso and the legs out and in, and out and in. Now if you feel good, you can take this out a little further, but I would wanna make sure both the thighs and the torso go out the same amount here. So we're gonna go out, back to center, out, back to center. Now again, if you're not feeling too much, your movement should get bigger. Out, in, out, and give me about 3 more of those. You got 2, but you know what? I think we're gonna keep the next one out and hold it longer. Let's just move our arms. A total of about 8 and 7. Hopefully you're shaking just a little bit. 6, hold that. 5, hold those feet up, don't quit yet. 4, and 3, we got just 2 more, and 1 more. All right, let's sit up tall for a moment. Chest is out. We're gonna do one more with your feet up off the floor. So go ahead, pick them up. We did some of that twisting motion earlier. We're gonna do it again. So I'm gonna grab my hands, turn side to side. Now if this gets to be too much in the legs, just set your feet down for a moment and keep twisting. But I would encourage you to pull your feet right back up off the floor. So we turn, we turn. Twisting from that waistline on up. Try not to let the feet or the knees move around. And your head goes with the torso. Over. I know the fronts of your hips and thighs are talking. Keep those legs up a little longer. Push yourself, you can do it. Over. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I think we're glad that one's done. But no breaks because this is only 10 minutes. So go ahead, lay down, pull your knees into your chest for a moment. Get your legs up to the ceiling, hold that. Stretch out your hamstrings for a moment. Go ahead and place your hands down, shoulders back into the mat. We're gonna lower those legs down a little bit. Your low back should not come off the floor. Now I'm gonna go down, up a little bit. Down, up a little bit. Notice very small movements. Like I said earlier, the smaller the movements, the harder the work can be. Now right now I'm looking to keep my low back down on the floor. We do that by taking the top of our pelvis, tilting it back into the mat, making sure that low back doesn't arch off the floor at all, because if it does, you're really gonna set yourself up to get hurt in your lower back. None of us like that. Do you still have your abs in? I sure hope so. How about your shoulder blades? Are they staying back into the floor? 3, here's 2, give me one more time. And we take a little break. Probably glad we said that. Next up, hands to the floor, shoulder blades still back. I'm gonna add on, I'm gonna do left leg, right leg joins, back in. Do the left leg again. So we go out, out, back in. Do that again, out, out. Now you're going out to the level you know your back can handle. Because if you're new to this type of ab work, it can be a little much on the back until you get a little more strength. Let's do one more leading with our left leg. Out, out, and in. Now I'm gonna lead with my right leg right away. So right, left, back in. Do that again, right, left, back in. So make sure that the low back stays down on the mat right there. Don't let it come up. If you're saying, but I can't help it, then your legs are going out a little too far, okay? So a couple more times. And one more, you can do this. All right, let's hold those knees in for a moment. Set them down, take the arms back for a moment. Just a little stretch, and now we're coming back in. We're gonna get the legs up, hands behind the head and neck. I tend to not do a lot of crunches, but we are gonna crunch here. So bring your shoulder blades up, shoulder blades up. Notice as I lift up, I'm just lifting up my shoulder blades and my chin is off my neck there a little bit. So I wanna make sure we're not crunching the chin way down. We stay lifted. Now if you need a little extra work, lift your tailbone up. So a little dual crunch like that. Both ends up. Notice I'm not jerking my hips up off the floor. It's a nice smooth movement here. And we're gonna go up. And we're gonna do a little more. Now if it's too much, I would just keep the hips down. Just do the shoulders a little bit longer. And up. But if you need a challenge, I'm gonna get you after one more. We're gonna bring both ends up and stay up, and they're both gonna pulse up like that. Now make sure we're not setting down just yet. We're gonna stay up. Both ends, little teeny pulses here. And let's do 8, 7, 6, lift the tailbone up. 4, 3, 2, And so with that, roll back up. Sit tall on your spine for a moment, get that chest out. We got one more thing to do. We're just about there. So get those feet up, and we're gonna go out. And we're just gonna hold this. See how long you can hold. Bring your arms up a little higher. See how that feels. If you're still feeling good, send the legs out a little further. You might kind of wobble a little bit. I know I am at this end here. We're gonna hang here a little bit longer. Are you still breathing? Hang in there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it in. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stretch just a little bit, cross one shin in front of the other. Helps to stretch out those hip flexors that you're just working. Drop forward. Take a nice big inhale while you're here. Blow it out. Come on up, change feet, put the other one in front. Lean forward. Notice how we're trying to bring the entire back forward, not just the upper back. And then we'll do one more stretch. Get those legs all the way out there. I'm gonna keep my toes up. I'm gonna tip forward from my hips. I wanna drop my chest to my lap. Make sure the entire back is coming forward here, not just your upper back. And come on up, sit up nice and tall. Give me a nice big inhale. Go ahead and exhale, bring your hands down. So stay tuned. That was 10-minute abs. Next time we're gonna do a plank-based ab workout. This is Dawn. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for joining me.